is Hillary, Lazy Lima Life, with my bowl of freshly harvested shower jelly. It's taken me a while to get this recipe, so I hope you enjoy it. It is chai, and look at that, it's all jelly. Yeah, it must be jelly because jam doesn't shake like that, does it? Woo! So, if you would like to make your own shower jelly, chai flavored, watch the video. So the materials that you need for the shower jellies are Castile soap. I use these two 2-ounce sizes of Dr. Bronner's in the unscented, the baby, it's got the blue. I use 2 of those. We will need 3/4 of a cup of chai tea. I used ground cardamom, lecithin, which comes in the capsules. I puncture them with a pin and they act as the emulsifier. You'll need, there's 4 envelopes here in the Knox gelatin package, the unflavored. You'll need 2 of those. A spray bottle with alcohol and water in it that you spray that so it'll take care of the bubbles. You'll need a teaspoon of salt. I also added essential oils to bring out the chai flavor scent. So I use clove, ginger, and vanilla essential oils. And so in the first tray, I just mixed it and used it as is, and then I still had some left to fill up a second tray. So I used a little bit of powdered milk because I thought that would give me my chai latte. You have 3/4 of a cup of chai tea, and to that I added the 2 packets of gelatin and whisk, 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 whisk till none of the little granules of the gelatin are left. Okay, so now we're ready to add the Castile, the liquid soap. I pour 1 bottle in and then whisk that in pretty well just to make sure everything is incorporated. And whiskey, 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 whisk. Oh, whiskey? Really? Oh, that's a whole other craft. Add the second bottle, or if you had 4 ounces, I guess you could add it all at once, and whisk away again. And now we're ready to add our cardamom, and I'm adding about just slightly less than 1/4 of a teaspoon. Whisking that in a bit. The cardamom, I think, adds a little bit of texture and brings out the smell, because when you get chai tea, that's usually the strong smell that you get. That's kind of that dusky, sort of exotic sniff. I'm adding a few drops of vanilla essential oil, probably about 6 drops, maybe 10, maybe 12. I don't know. There's a lot of drops going in there. Next, after I whisk, I'm going to add the ginger, I believe. The ginger is really, really powerful. So I added about 6 drops there. Okay. And finally, we're going for the clove, which is another strong essential oil, and about 10 drops of that. Next, we're ready to add the lecithin. I'm using the gel caps or whatever, and I just puncture them with a push pin. Careful not to slip and jam that into your finger, because that would probably hurt. And I just squeeze the contents of the gel cap into my mix. 2, and I'm going to check it just to whisk it and see how it's holding together. The purpose of the emulsifier is to keep everything from separating once it's gelled, or while it's gelling, I guess I should say. So I ended up using 3 gel caps, and that worked fine. The next ingredient is the salt. We're adding 2 teaspoons full. I don't know what it does. Wonder if anybody knows. Put in a comment. I know I just didn't add it to the first or second batch, and it didn't gel. So we're going to add it here. So apparently it does something, since this one worked. And as always, after each ingredient, whisk it up. You can see it's starting to get foamy. Next, I'm just pouring all my chai soap into my molds. I got these super cheap at IKEA, and spritzing with my alcohol and water mix to take down some of the bubbling. See how that works? Okay, now we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of powdered milk. That's going to give us our latte effect. And we're going to whisk that up till it's fully incorporated. And then we're going to pour it into our star molds. Again, this is another mold tray I got at IKEA. They were like, I don't know, 99 cents, and they usually have them in the summer. I have a bunch. It's the first time I've ever used them. Now we're going to spritz with the alcohol and water again and just take down the bubbly bits. Okay, so here are my jellies. I'm not quite sure if they're actually done in all the way, or so let's just check. Oh, let's see the stars. Maybe the stars are easier to get out because there's no hole in the center. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, and it smells just like chai tea. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the shower jelly video. Although I find that now that I've used them and I've made some more, you can see this one is more milky. I added, I think, probably like 2 teaspoons of the powdered milk. So it came out a lot more latte-like. But I found that these are more appropriate to like keeping by the sink, because when you try to use them in the shower, they're too small. So they just crumble apart and get all over the shower floor. You might want to use like a muffin tin and get the bigger pieces, but they're still jelly and they're fun. And they smell like chai. It's so delicious. And it actually like stays on your skin, which is lovely. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you make your own chai flavored shower jellies. Tell me about it if you do. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye.